Good people, we are here. Fraser Realty Group is on this week's episode of Keeping It Real Estate. Of course, I got my guy Jahlil Lord, owner and CEO of Fraser Realty Group. Come chat with us. All we're doing is talking about commercial real estate, man. This guy came to town and is killing the game. And I want you guys to hear it all from his mouth. We're here.
All right. We are here today. Want to welcome everybody back to the Keeping It Real Estate, podcast. It's my name for it. It's kind of cool. I like it. Came up with it. Not as original as I wanted it to be, but it's pretty dope, I like the, I feel like I could put it on a shirt.
Straightforward.
Yeah, I could put it on a shirt and it makes sense. So, but yeah, man, I got a special guest in here today. I'm actually in his building. You know how I do the podcast. I go to their spots. So I'm here today with my good friend, business peer, Jahlil Lord of Fraser Realty Group. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no doubt.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah. Appreciate you having me. Yeah. So this is his first time on the podcast, so pretty much all I do, man, we just want to have a good little conversation. I'm trying to let the people know who you are. Yeah, we're in Charlotte, man, so I'm trying to the whole gist of the podcast, man, is just really just shed light on Black business owners, minority business owners. I'm aiming these first few episodes in real estate, of course, because that's my field. Right. But real estate, when I mean real estate is, I'm more so looking at the business owners of real estate or just the company. But real estate is the community. Right. So I want to connect the community with the people that are doing good business in town. And you, sir, are doing good business. And I wanted to shed light on you and let's chat a little bit.
Well, thank you, man, for having me on for sure.
Yeah,
man,
no
I appreciate
doubt.
That
No doubt. So if y'all can't tell, he's not from Charlotte.
Right.
He's got a very familiar accent that I know of. But he is from Philadelphia, man. Tell the people who you are.
The beard doesn't connect all the way, but
not yet. It's okay. It's okay. But tell the people who you are, man.
Yeah, I'm Jahlil Lord, founder and owner of Fraser Realty Group, Philadelphia native, and came down here to Charlotte to do my thing in the commercial real estate realm.
Nice. So I got a couple questions based off of just that, man. Why Fraser Realty Group? Who's Fraser?
Well, Fraser is the small block that I grew up on in Philadelphia. So Fraser is a part of me 1,000%. So nice. I had to make it known where I am from and who actually is I am a representation of. So I always kept the Philly roots.
Dope. Okay. So I didn't know that. What part of Philly?
Southwest Philly.
Okay. So I'm from Mount Airy.
Okay.
Yeah. When did you move down here?
August 17, 2013.
2013. So you've been here almost 10 years now.
Almost 10 years. Almost a decade.
Okay. And you told me before this podcast started, you're only supposed to be here for how long?
It's only supposed to be 6 months, man. 6 months turned to 9 years.
Dang. So what was this? Why was it supposed to be 6 months? And what happened to make it turn into 9 years?
Well, I always viewed North Carolina as a country.
Yeah.
Like overalls, straws, cowboy boots.
Yeah.
So my mom moved down. She's born and raised Salisbury, so she's from here. She moved up north as a child and came back later as an adult. She always kept saying to me, "Charlotte is growing. I don't think you understand where it's headed. Just come down, check it out." So I visit here and there, and I'm like, I don't like it slow. And I just said, well, once I'm in the tail end of my tenure at Penn State, I'm like, well, let me just try it out. Come down. I graduate. I'm going to come down for a few months. Then I saw where it was actually going. I said, well, I'm going to stick it out. Yeah. It feels good to grow with the city instead of, being ingratiating yourself with a city that's already at its peak.
Yeah. Tell me about it, man. That's one of my big goals, right? I was born in Philly, but I've been in Charlotte 26 years. So I've been in Charlotte long enough. So I don't have a country accent, and I don't sound like I'm from Philly until I say water.
Exactly.
But that's about it. So, but that's really one of my big goals, man. One thing that I'm really passionate about is the fact that I hate seeing people that I grew up with leave to go find success somewhere else.
Exactly.
They feel like they have to go to Atlanta to get recognized. They feel like they have to leave Charlotte. So for me, getting into real estate and seeing it bloom here and people feel like they can move to Charlotte to find success, that's one of my big goals.
It feels good. It feels good, man. And just to piggyback off of that, it's hard for individuals to see when it's in front of you because you're so used to your everyday struggles or the everyday nuances of life. You don't get to see past what you see what's in front of your face.
Yeah.
So like just taking it one day at a time and actually forecasting what you want. You see Charlotte is booming.
Charlotte is crazy, man. This is not the same city I grew up in.
It's not even the same city 9 years ago.
Yeah. It's wild, man. It's wild. So why commercial? Why commercial? Why not residential? What stuck out to you?
So I wanted to be a commercial real estate attorney. So
is that what you went to Penn State for, or?
For law, yeah. I went to Penn. Started out in business, but you know how it goes in college. You're gonna switch majors 1,000 times.
Yeah, I did 3.
Yeah. So I started out in business, and then by the time my junior year, I switched over to law. And I've always been intrigued with real estate. I've always been intrigued with the commercial aspect. So while I was here, I'm working on my entry level job, studying for the LSAT, things of that nature. Residential never drew to me. I wasn't mahogany cabinets and blinds and things of that nature. That just wasn't my thing. So when law school didn't work out because Charlotte School of Law lost their accreditation, I said, well, let me just go straight in commercial real estate. And that's just how it happened.
Wow.
I've always been singular focused on commercial.
And how long ago was that?
2017.
Okay.
I got my license 2017.
Wow.
Yeah.
You taking off pretty fast, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
As people tell me.
But I think the reason is because you hear so many stories about commercial, about taking so long to do a deal, or it may take X amount of time to close a commercial deal. So for you to be successful in 5 years, I mean, what do you attest that to? Or you may not call it success. I mean,
Well, being determined, being consistent, and patient, because as it is true.
Yeah.
I'm self-taught in commercial real estate. I didn't have a guide. I didn't have anyone teach me anything of that nature. So going into it, I only knew what I knew. Yeah. So I think that was a pro and a con. So I didn't go into it, behind a mentor who was trying to guide me, and so to speak. I just went in guns a-blazing, trying to take over. Yeah. But it does take time, even on. You have different aspects, even from a lease aspect or from a purchase or acquisition, it's going to take time. So my first year in commercial, I only closed 1 deal. My second year, I closed 4, and then boom.
Boy, you sound like me.
Yeah.
The whole, when you was talking, I was like, I closed 1. And the second year, I was like, I closed 4. Like that's exactly
how it was.
That's crazy.
And then boom, the third year was 26.
Yeah, that's about. I don't know, but my third year was. I don't know. But yeah, that's crazy.
So when I tell people, tell people how it went about, most people don't believe me. Like, how are you closing 26 deals in commercial real estate? That's like what, 7 to 13 deal average per year. I'm just hustling, going after it.
Yeah. What kind of tools did you learn during that process that got you to that point?
Well, I learned that in commercial real estate, you don't go after the business. You go after the relationship. So I was building relationships throughout Charlotte. So every networking event, it did not have to be real estate related. If you talked about ice cream, I was there. Yeah. If you talked about hopscotch, I was in the building. Just to get be familiarize myself with the neighborhood, familiarize myself with the community, because I'm not from here. Right. So how can I make my presence known and be a commercial liaison for somebody if I'm not out here promoting myself as that entity? Right. So I made my presence known, built the relationships, and built the right relationships, and showed my character, and it just came organic.
Nice. What's your favorite part about the gig?
I love watching us build. It's nothing like seeing a minority or just a small business owner idea come in full-fledged, full circle. So you have an individual who has an idea that's not even on paper yet. It's in their mind. Mm-hmm. Or their mama pop shop in a basement or in a room. Just seeing them, guiding them to actually get their storefront or guiding them to make their first investment purchase. Like I love that. I love that because it lets them know that it's real. Yeah. And it's more to, like life than just the average 9 to 5. You actually can be an investor in yourself. And I love watching it.
Okay. Fraser Realty Group. When did that come about?
Came about January 4th, 2021, actually. So it's about to approach its second year.
Nice.
Yeah.
How you feel?
Feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah, feel good.
Yeah.
Feel real good.
Started off as just you, or did you bring some people with you?
Started off with just me by myself, and by October of 2021, I had 2 brokers.
Yeah.
And now 7 of us all together.
Woo. That's good. Congratulations,
Thank
man.
you.
2 years, 7 people.
Yeah.
Again, sounds familiar, man.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, just letting it
We out here
blossom organically,
yeah.
man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And those agents, what kind of the benefit of being at Fraser Realty Group in comparison to somewhere else? What's that true benefit?
Well, as you may or may not know, in the commercial real estate world, they don't have a tutorial. They just throw you out there into the wolves and say, figure it out. So over here, because I understand that, and I understand that I didn't like that feeling of, I don't know what I don't know, and then trying to make your presence known in this realm. I felt as though it was time to create one. So I have a full step guide of commercial real estate 101 for all agents. I literally created my own CRM system.
Wow.
I created my own back channel. I created my own PDF filings, everything that you need, and actual courses for brokers as they come on. So I'm not just out here saying, go make me money.
Yeah.
I'm out here saying, understand this information.
Yep.
To the best of your ability. Now go out there and and take off.
Jeez, y'all hear that now? This man said he made his own CRM and his own back-end systems. You said
my own back-end system.
I mean, that's tough to do, man.
It's tough to do.
So do you
Yeah,
have a history with like tech or anything like that?
No, I got good consultants. I got good consultants.
Oh, okay. So it was relationships.
Yeah, relationship based.
Right.
So I speak what I need.
Yeah.
I illustrate it verbally, and they brought it to life.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. I'm happy for you, man. All that stuff is pretty cool. Like I said, I mean, I think you're speaking from this point of view that is unique in our business.
Yeah.
And I say our business because I speak from that same point of view, right? And I'm in residential, you're in commercial. It's hard to find a true mentor that is solely just looking to help you out.
Exactly. It's few and far between.
Very, very. And I didn't realize it was something that was damn near impossible until people was like, yo, Jerell, what you doing is different. And I'm like, why? How? You can ask questions to anybody. But people people charging money to ask questions they can look up on YouTube.
That's beyond me.
I can't even blame people for paying for it because they really want to know. But people out here charging money, man, I see it daily where I'm looking at somebody's course or somebody's now essentially you're charging money too because you're telling people come to Fraser to get it, but that's fine. But there's agents out there, commercial or residential, that are seriously saying, hey, sign up for this course and I'll give you all the details that you need, blah, blah, blah. And then you go to this course and it's like, damn, this is basic 101. You just charge me just because of your name?
Because of your name, your cachet, so to speak.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I'm not a fan of it either, man.
I don't like it.
I mean, I think...
Don't get me wrong. You want people to make money. I understand, we're in the business to make money.
Yeah.
But I'm fulfilled of, if I pour into you, at the end of the day, I give you all the game you want.
Right.
It's up to you to use it.
Right.
Like, I have agents who call me. Like, I want to transfer over to commercial. How's the process? This, that, and the third. I don't want to join any group. That's fine with me. Whenever they answer, I give them game.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, once you hang up the phone and you go out, you have to utilize the tools that were presented to you.
Bro, I mean, that's it. If anybody's listening, just understand that what he's saying makes perfect sense.
Right.
If you are the more free game you give, the more it will come back to help. Like it's just that's it. People want to know they want to know and they want to have somebody they can trust.
Exactly.
And with you in the commercial game, for one, I look at you from the outside looking in. I mean, because I can still call you and say, Jahlil, your shit looks dope. Everything that you're doing is great. But I'm watching you from social media, from hearing it from Trinity, things like that. And I'm like, dog, like I love what Jahlil is doing. But that's so cool, man. I just understand that you have somebody that admires you, from a different field, man. So.
And also being a minority in the business of commercial.
Yeah. That's hard, bro.
It's hard. And then trailblazing. So I'm not going at it in the traditional way of how you operate in brokerage. Now, of course, I'm not going to do anything that's going to give me a brown envelope.
right
in the
Hell
mail.
no.
I don't want that.
Yeah, no.
But I'm utilizing my personality, and I'm taking, first and foremost, I have a criminal justice background, so it's easy for me on the negotiation table where I can read contracts and I can negotiate from a broker who just a salesman, so to speak. So from a negotiating standpoint, I assist my clients a lot better.
Yeah.
Because of that aspect. So that's an advantage. But when it comes into, helping my clients, breaking down the terminology, breaking down the nuances to a remedial level, or I should say novice level.
Right,
I don't want to say remedial, but from a novice level. So it's not just, I'm working the deal. I'm letting you understand, because at the end of the day, it's business.
Yeah.
So how can you move forward in business if you don't even know what you're getting into?
Yeah.
And that's what most brokers fail to do.
Yep.
Get your clients to understand at least the basic information. So even if they don't have the knowledge or the appetite to learn brokerage, they still need to know what business they're getting into as owners or as investors.
Yeah.
So that's what I try to do also.
Yeah. Nice. That's dope. What's one of the biggest things that you've learned so far as you transition from just being, Jahlil Lord, individual agent, to now owner, broker, Fraser Realty Group?
Every day you have to wear a different hat. I learned that because, as you know, when you have multiple agents, you have different personalities.
Yep.
Everyone's learning curve is different. Everyone has a different patient threshold, and getting each individual, to their best ability is a challenge, because, what I may say to one agent, I cannot say, or how I present it is different. And then, getting everyone on one accord to align with the vision of where we're trying to go. First, you have to get them to see the vision within themselves.
Yep.
Where do you want to go? So that's, I can say, is what I've learned so far, is getting each agent to understand their vision, which ultimately works into the entire vision of FRG.
Nice. And what is that vision?
Literally, it's being an advisor. I don't even want to call us brokers. I want us to be advisors in the commercial real estate realm, because there's not a lot of African Americans who know that commercial real estate in general is a good investment tool, and you can create passive income without having to want to be an entrepreneur. You just being and just creating passive income for yourself. So getting us to understand that is literally what I want us to be, advisors. I don't really want the brokers. I don't want it to be transactional.
Nice.
Let's teach. Let's take it a long way, because that's generational now.
Right.
I taught you. Now you're going to teach your children.
Yep.
So let's be advisors in this commercial real estate realm.
Love it. When you bring agents into Fraser Realty Group, what are you looking for?
Number one, I'm looking for, characters. Number one, because at the end of the day, it's a bilateral relationship. You're an independent contractor. I'm just an overseer of an independent contractor. So number one, how do we mesh from a relationship perspective? Number two, do you have the patience, to go the long haul? Because just understanding the basics may take you 9 months. So can you go that long without, a transaction? Or are you willing to put in the upfront investment, the sweat equity, which you don't know until, till the person gets in. But having that understanding, trying to build that understanding in the beginning. I try to see where you are from a tenacious perspective. Do you have, I don't even want to say entrepreneurial bug, but do you have that free will, that independent drive and a discipline to go off on your own? Because I'm not going to be an individual where I'm not your boss technically. So can you do this on your own? Can you show up to meetings? Can you show up to showings? How is that? So building those understandings and those expectations is how I'm going about it. That's
like first time I went to college, when you get to college and now you got to wake yourself up for class.
Exactly. It's like uh-oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got an 8 o'clock. Why did I give myself all these 8 o'clock classes Monday through Thursday? Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Nah, that's cool. You are smack dab in the middle of Uptown. I mean, the trip up here was cool, but I love where you're located. So you've got a good little intersection. You got the light shining out to the people. When you think about your branding and your marketing, What's that one thing that comes to mind that's like you always have to stick to?
I always have to stick to, or always try to stick to putting FRG in someone's face. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter where it is.
Yeah, I see it on the hat.
Everywhere.
I see the chain.
Listen, see it. Look, it's on my charger. my charging case.
I walked in here. I thought that said BMF on your
right.
chain.
Look. I'm always making sure you understand that, you know, not trying to be in competition with the JLLs or the CBREs, but let them know that, you know, there's a smaller version that can do just as much.
Yeah.
You know, effectively. Mm-hmm. You know, if not better. Yeah. Honestly. Because you know it's not political. Yeah. You know, the larger the firm, the more politics goes into it.
Correct.
And trying to steer away from the politics in the commercial real estate world. So FRG is here from a political perspective.
Yeah. I feel you. With that being said too though, what's something that you've done since you started the business and you go, I wish I could have did that differently?
Not underestimating the actual process, the cycle. So when I first got into commercial, when I first got into the field in general, I didn't take the real estate cycle as serious. Mm-hmm. So I was under the impression, hey, I find you a space or I find you a property, boom, we should be closing on deals. Me not taking advantage of the patient aspect because I work 50 properties at once. No deals are going by. Yeah. I'm like, goodness gracious, spending the money like it's normal.
Yeah.
So my first year I went in debt.
Yeah.
Trying to, you know, become an entrepreneur, trying to become my own entity. I didn't take it serious. The cycle, I didn't take it serious. So if I could turn back the hands of time, I would be more patient in the realm of commercial and its entire will cycle. Nice. You have to have patience in commercial real estate. Yeah. Because anything can blow up. I've had deals blow up literally at the closing table. Mm. So don't count your eggs before they hatch, for sure.
Well, that's in any business.
That's in any business.
Learn that now.
Yes.
Don't do it.
Don't count your eggs before they hatch.
Real residential, commercial, it's the same, bro. I've never had anybody get up, but I was at this attorney's office and they got glass conference rooms. And me and my clients are in one. So I'm closing the deal with one of my childhood friends' parents. And the glass conference room across, bro, all you saw was slamming stuff and then getting up and leaving. And the attorney came in. We was like, what happened? Yeah. He was like, they not closing. I was like, at the closing table?
I've had it happen to me before. Yes, I was supposed to close the apartment deal, and I needed this money. When I tell you I need this money, bro, I was excited.
Always.
Yeah, always, right? So this was I think it was my first year. Yeah. So we get to the closing table. We're at the closing table. Now the buyer wants to renegotiate something. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, why are you renegotiating? So long story short, he was a wholesaler. He got the funds, but he tried to spread his funds before the deal was closing. So he was trying to renegotiate the price because he didn't have all the money.
Right.
I didn't know that then, right. But as I got more and more into the world, I understood that wholesalers, they try to get slick. You know, they'll acquire the money from a buyer, and then they'll go out and try to double dip. Let me get 3 properties with those finances, and he didn't have all the funds, and the deal blew up right there.
Oh man!
I said, "Oh man, you know I'm about to get evicted, bro."
Oh damn! Yeah, that's tough. You know, those are the days that people don't see as an entrepreneur, man. Especially with social media, man. Social media really sheds light on just the successes. Everybody's highlight reel, right? Isn't that what they call it? Everybody's highlight reel, man. Dark days, bro. Dark days.
You have them, you have them in real estate. Period.
Yeah.
You have them because you think about it. If you're invested in yourself, the return on your investment is later because it's an investment. You know, if you invest in someone else, you're gonna get paid on Friday.
Yeah.
So that's how you look at it. So you have to put that sweat equity in. You have to put the sweat equity in, and then you just a brief overview of commercial. There's 6 areas of commercial real estate: retail, office, multifamily, land, flex, industrial space. So you have 6 areas that you have to sort of try to navigate through. Yeah. And then once you break it down, is it a tenant that you're representing? Is it a landlord you're representing? Is it acquisitions? Is it deposition, which is buying? which is selling. So what are you doing? So understanding those nuances, and then how are you going to generate the clientele? Whew. How are you making your presence known?
You just made my head hurt.
Right. It's so many. It's so many ways to get lost. So you have individuals who wake up in the morning. They're strictly a tenant representation for retail.
Yep.
That's all they do.
Yeah.
So when their phone ringing, they know who to go to.
Yeah.
So you just trying to navigate to find your niche is going to take time.
Yeah. And that's in anything. So I appreciate that breakdown. I have this this segment that I kind of dwindled or closed off with. It was two things, but it still is. But it was just two pieces of information. But I want to turn it into give me a quote, something that you live by, or your favorite quote, favorite Bible verse, whatever it is. And then the second thing is a piece of advice that you would give to anybody that's new to commercial real estate.
Well, my quote is energy flows where attention goes. So if wherever you're focusing, whatever you're focused on a day-to-day basis, that's what you're going to go to regardless. Yeah. So if you're waking up and you're pessimistic about your process, that's what your day is going to go. That's where your month's going to go. Yeah. So that's my saying, energy flows where attention goes.
Okay.
And also decide, commit, resolve. Make a decision right then and there. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
The consequences are going to be good or bad, but decide right then and there. Yeah. Commit to that decision, and you're going to have a nice resolution or a resolution in general. So those are my things, my mottos that I go after. I pride myself on a day-to-day basis.
Nice. And what's the piece of advice you would give a new commercial agent?
Piece of advice I give to commercial agent is I agree that you do need to find a good mentor and have the patience to see it through. Because most individuals after a few months, they don't see the return on their investment so fast, and they feel as though, well, I tried. Well, you tried it. You haven't given it too much. You have to keep going, keep pushing through. Try to have patience and be willing to be a sponge. Yep. Be willing to be a sponge because the knowledge is going to be there. So as you go on through your journey, absorb as much information, build the relationships, and have the patience.
I tell people all the time, man. It's the example I give is if you're coming into it, your first year, don't expect to make anything. No. If you go into it with that mindset of I'm not gonna make any money, but I'm gonna learn everything I need to learn to make money, you're gonna end up making some money, but you'll learn so much during that process that the next years leading up to it.
Oh, listen, my first 2 years, I didn't know it then.
Yeah.
But once I was entering into my third year, I realized that all the bumps and bruises, all the trials and tribulations were actually learning curves for me. Like I learned so much throughout of not succeeding.
Yep.
I learned so much where now I can navigate the proper way.
Yeah.
And be able to guide clients. So I agree with you 1,000%.
Nice. So you get another piece I have to end the show with too is you get one question you can ask me. Any question you want to ask, but it's your turn to kind of interview me and ask me a question.
Okay. So where's the end all be all for Noir?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want the brand itself, I just want it to be recognized as a platform for agents that look like me, for people who look like me that are looking to buy or sell a house or anything, right? Whether we get down the line, we're doing commercial as well. I think the goal is to have people look at the brand as a collective group of minority black individuals who are serving their communities, exactly. Whether we decide to go national or we stay in just Charlotte or we go Raleigh as well. But the big thing is the perception of the brand, right? One reason I didn't name it after me was because of that. I didn't want people to outgrow the brand,
exactly.
Right? So to have something that represents success within our community, especially in Charlotte, is really what I want to see from it. And that's the end all be all, literally. We could be an international business. We could have 12,000 agents, but I just want the brand itself to be recognized as something great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree with that. 1,000%.
Nah, that's dope, man. Well, listen, like I said, this is Jahlil Lord. Let people know how they can get in touch with you, man, on social media, whatever it may be.
You can get in touch with me at Jahlil _FRG 57. You can also get in touch with me on my website, www.frg-commercial.com. And you can get in touch with me on Facebook, Jahlil Lord. I'm here. Uptown, 217 West 4th Street, Suite 218. You're going to see the fluorescent green sign that says FRG, shining real bright.
No, it's bright. It's bright. But no, that's what's up, man. I appreciate you for coming. You know how to get in touch with me. Again, at SoBarrell on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, whatever it may be. The Noir Group's Instagram page is Noir Group _LLC. Anything. But you already know how to get in touch with me. But I appreciate you, bro. Your time, your insight. This is huge. Again, just help me grow this platform. So I appreciate taking time out to do it with me.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, man. You have a good one.
Do the same.